Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Luening, Horst Luening. This is my son Ben, and today we have the best whiskies from February 2020. We're starting on your side.
It's a wonderful range that we have here. The first one, Bowmore 25. If you just have the words Bowmore and 25, then you already know you have a good whiskey. But it's an extraordinary, nice, medium peated, I would say, sherry whiskey. Usually it's a kind of medium heavily peated, but after 25 years, I would say it's a nice old medium peat.
And together with an Oloroso sherry cask influence.
Just an amazing bottle, and I think everybody who saw this video in February already expected an award.
Yes, and you also have to notice that this bottle isn't cheap. No, not at all.
That comes with it. It's very old. You also already mentioned the availability of 25 and the availability of old Bowmores will become better.
Between the year 2000 and 2002, Bowmore stopped producing blended whiskies, and they sold their blended whiskey branch. And that was difficult to cope with in terms of revenues, but it helped the old whiskies, the stock of old whiskies to grow. And so Bowmore, 25 years, is more and more available today. Yeah. And we're going into the big crisis, .com crisis, 2001 to 2003. So that there will be more and more whiskey available. I have no idea if they reduced production or if they went through
or if they
production
started to sell more 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So you never know. But
you never know.
The whole thing, if they don't sell to the blend industry, the whole brand is going to become more relaxed with their whiskey.
Yeah.
Next one, Noah's Mill.
You had that.
I had
alone?
that. It's one of the very, very few non-age statement, non-distillery products, because it's I don't think there is a Noah's Mill, and it's just a bottling and a maturation company that does the whiskey, but they kept the casks quite long, and I don't know why they didn't write the age statement on it. Maybe they had a few of the younger casks in them as well, but it's a really good whiskey. It's well-rounded, it's intense, it's vibrant, and I would say it's the epitome of a good American whiskey and what you expect of American whiskey.
So next is Kalila, 18 years of age. And Kalila is from Islay as well and heavily peated. And that one with 18 years of age is quite complex, still peated, smoky, and an extraordinary mature whiskey. And as well with Kalila, they stopped selling their malt whiskey outside the company to others. So the amount of whiskies after the year 2000, 2002 started to grow. But then I think they have enough stocks, so they started to sell to the independent bottlers starting from 2007, I think. So now the availability of the 18-year-old Kalila is better than before, and prices haven't risen that far as they were before. So they reduced the price a little bit. Depends on where you live, how the supply for your country is.
Yeah. The other one, the Tullibardine, we never had, and we didn't have a tasting video yet because we had it in the live stream. But it was a really good one, and I think people liked it as well. This is the new expression, the new standard expression of Tullibardine, and yes, it has a nice box. And this is an age statement whiskey. You don't have many age statement whiskies of Tullibardine because they do cask maturations. That's because they reopened in 2003, so they have really, really young stock. But now it's 15 years ago. Or 16 years ago, and now they do have enough whiskey to bring out the new Tullibardine 15-year-old, and it's a really good. a bit of a strange situation, as they started off with a 15-year-old. Usually you go for a 10 or a 12 when you reopen or open a new distillery.
So I would suggest in the start they had some, I think a Swiss company started, then another company took over. So there were some disruptions in that, and probably in the start the amount of whiskey produced wasn't that big. So with a 10 or a 12-year-old, they must have had a lot of whiskey to sell, because a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, they are not that expensive and demand would be high. So I think they waited until they were able to bring out a 15-year-old.
But I don't really expect them to bring out a younger statement in the future. I think they will go with 15 as an entry. Or do you think
keep a distance together with the price to the finished whiskies, the 228, 250, and how they are all called.
And
they are called for the cask sizes.
Cask sizes, yeah. Yeah, it's but we never know. Maybe they'll bring out a 10 or a 12.
So, and the last one is Bunnahabhain, 18 years of age, and this one is quite rare in the moment. So if you are lucky to find one on the shelf of your dealer or somewhere you buy your Bunnahabhain, take it immediately. So the availability from the warehouses is low, and from time to time they interrupt the supply. So if you're happy to find a bottle, take it. It's worth it. And we had it in the live stream as well, and it was incredible, massive, intense.
Yeah, and incredibly low in peatiness. I would expect a bit more peatiness. You really realized how the peatiness went down in this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a really exceptional bunch of whiskies. These are 5 really good whiskies, and I guess at least one of these whiskies will be in the 2020 Whisky.com awards. I'll expect that. So yeah, but which one, we never know. Keep on tuned, and I think you will find the video on this channel here, so keep being subscribed. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.